Me and Mikey are on to an adventure today. We're looking for a bottle dump. Somewhere, I don't know. What do you say? Straight ahead or something? I don't know. I see a lot of garbage, but that's like modern day. But we're gonna go on a hike and see if we can find an old bottle dump somewhere. While walking through here, we found this weird looking thing. It's kind of a doorway going to nowhere.
You see, have a structure on top.
Yeah, could have been a cistern maybe. Now I did look in the map, so it was supposed to be an old house or something over here. But let's keep going. Let's see if we can find this dump. Okay, we do see some bottles. Now, we were just told about this spot. So the guy couldn't give us a year of when the bottle dump was put here. We're not sure if this is actually it, because this looks awful small. And the bottles don't look all that old. Ooh, milk bottle. Broken though.
Right.
What'd you find?
It's an old beer bottle.
Beer bottle? There's a toilet. That might give us an era. And there's not much left of it. There's a top. It's actually in pretty good condition. There's a structure I'm on top of right now, Mike.
Interesting. It's got a pin on it.
We got a Coke bottle here. Usually they have dates on the bottom. And this one doesn't. It's a Wilkes bar from Pennsylvania. Neck broken off. What?
Columbus. It's embossed heavily.
Huh. That's a nice looking one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Colombian made hospital wear. That's weird. This comes from a hospital, I think.
Right.
If it didn't have such a big hole in it, I would take that. Oh, these things are horrible. These little tiny burdocks. I'll be right back. Did a little test hole here, and I found more milk bottle right here. Of course, nothing whole, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be whole stuff. Found this big jug though. Look how beautiful this thing is. It says
it had syrup in it.
Think so? It says ROMA and established in 1890. So I don't think the bottle's 1890. Oh, it's a wine bottle. ROMA wines. Oh. 1 gallon. That's still a cool bottle. I think I'm going to take that one. I'm going to do a little more digging in this test pit here. We're not going to do a lot because it is cold, rainy, and it's winter. We were just told about this spot, like I said. Look, there's another structure over there. See the structure?
In the water?
No, right there. Yeah, we're right next to the water.
I fished off that structure in the water.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I caught a trout.
Nice. So we're going to do this test pit here, and then I'll be back with you and see what I have found. You can see this test pit that I dug. It's probably only about 4 foot. The bottles or the dump area is only, what is it, about 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep. Yeah, Mikey saving this root beer bottle.
It's so flavorful. It's got a little guy on it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Rich, Hardson, regular.
Why don't you run that under some water? We might find out what town that came from, what bottling. It might have been somewhere locally around here.
So flavorful.
I wouldn't rub that anymore.
Yeah, dude, I don't think it's coming off, to be honest.
I wouldn't rub it anymore. I'd just let some water run over that.
You're right, dude.
This is the hoard so far. Got a few canning lids unbroken, which is cool. So we're going to keep them. really small ponds. I found 2 of them, one with a lid, one without. There was a toy wheels in here. I'm not saving that. This here, I have no idea.
Drink it.
Yeah, nah. I found a miner's lamp. Look at this. This is a miner's lamp. I'm going to straighten this out for the wrap up. This is going to be a short video, obviously. It's raining out, it's cold, it's winter, and we're going to save this to when it gets nicer out. Mikey says he knows this area well, and it's filled with mosquitoes. But first time ever finding a miner's lamp. Got a marble, neat little top to something. Did find a fork. Don't find those too often. Look at this. This, you can tell, must have probably, I'm thinking this came off of an old radio. That's what I'm thinking. This right here is pushed inward. It would have went outward, and it would have showed the channel right in the middle. I found one of these before a while back ago, and it looks identical to it. End up getting a ball jar. It's not a very old one, but it is an old one. Cool little bottle, but the seam goes all the way to the top, not keeping it. I did find roundness in the hole, and it's a Roosevelt. Mikey cleaned it up a little bit. I think he said it was a Roosevelt.
Teddy across the top.
Yeah, Teddy. I think I found one of these before.
They have a teddy bear on it, but...
Yeah, wrong Teddy. So we'll clean this up and wrap up and find out what that's all about. And I found a new milk bottle I've never found before. Plymouth. Yeah, Plymouth Dairy from Rochester, New York. Does have a little tiny crack in the bottom, but that is awesome. It's I believe this is a half pint or a pint. Can't remember. I think you can tell on the bottom, but one is all cleaned up in the wrap up. I think that's a paint bottle. Some paint still in there. I might dig just a little bit more, and then if I find anything, I'm gonna show it. Hey, we went a little further. Probably the hole now is expanded to about almost 6 feet. 6 feet by 3 maybe. The new items. Look at this. Is this beautiful? It's an old teapot or a coffee can or coffee pot. That is very nice. It's got a little hole in the side. Looks like someone shot it. It's all it was called for in that. Little teacup. It says made in the USA. So that tells you that's old, because there ain't no way making this in the USA today. And that's pretty much it. What's it?
Teapot.
That one's bad.
Yeah,
look at the nozzle on the side of this thing. That was an old water jug, I would think.
Like a big one.
Yeah. But we haven't found any Inkwells yet. I like my Inkwells, especially finding new ones. But I did find a new milk bottle. We're probably just going to do a little bit more walking in here, see how big this place actually gets. I don't know if this is... how big do you think this is, Mike? This spot of scattered bottles all through here. Maybe 60 feet by 30?
It's not big. It's not
yeah,
like the other
it's not super big. But it's big enough where it would take us probably a month or two to excavate all this out of here. Relocate the bottles to one area in case someone wants to come back here and have a starter kit of some sort. Because there's whiskey bottles here. There is some mason jars that are a little different. And then there's ponds. I'm not keeping all this stuff, just the cool relics, because I build shadow boxes. And they always look nice in there. And I liked the coffee thing because I am almost running out of room in my one jar for my old spoons and forks and knives. And that might be nice. We're just going to cruise around a little bit, see if there's anything else, and then head out of here. And I'll see you in the wrap-up. Unless, of course, we find another bottle dump somewhere else located here. But we're not going to dig it. We're just going to show it. It took us about 45 minutes to find the spot. And to find a spot that we were comfortable at digging at. We did a little bit of digging, and this was about probably 30 minutes to 45 minutes of prospecting before we got soaking wet and the temperature dropped and everything. And this is what we found. 2 ball jar lids. These are the very old, the early 1900 version. You can see all the bubbles in here. This one here doesn't have ball on it. This one actually has an anchor in the middle. And these are very good to collect. When you're out in the, metal detecting or whatever, and you find these are good to have because they're always missing or broken. So these are a piece that is good to have for original mason jars or ball jars or any other off-brand. I ended up finding this, and this piece here would have been more outward. I couldn't bend it back. I would have to heat it up, and I just didn't feel like doing all that. It'll fit nice in a display case just like this. Actually, I could probably straighten it out. Yeah, I just don't want to do it right now. But anyhow, this goes to a real old radio, and this would have told you in the center of what channel you were on. I think I found this one before. I believe it's perfume. I'm not quite sure. I just liked it because it had the grips. I'll put it away. This is not a very old bottle, but it's an old probably snake oil or medicine bottle. This is a ROMA Wine Bottle, which is pretty cool. Has a lot of emboss on there. Established in 1890. I don't think the bottle came from 1890, but I don't know. A ball jar. These are always good to collect. These are nice. Didn't have the bale on it anymore, but it's all right. This won't go in my display case or my display area because I like the blue ones. So I've been swapping out the clear ones for the blues. And I'm pretty sure if we keep digging, we'll find the blue ones. Now this is probably like almost a prize of the day right here. It does have a little bit of chipping and a small fracture crack there. But this is a good old days here. This is a Plymouth Dairy Incorporated from Rochester, New York. And I've never had this style of milk bottle before. I've never seen it before. And look how the seam goes right up to here. It stops. Then the seam was twisted and pushed over here. So it stops here. This whole thing was pushed and then brought here. So strange. Same on this side too. The whole thing was twisted when it was real hot. But that's a nice milk bottle, and I'll be taking one of my Brighton dairies down, as I have like 100 of them, and putting that away and displaying this one because I'm a one and done type. I like collecting one of everything. If I get multiples of the same piece of glass, I'll probably end up selling them. These are probably, I don't know what I'll do with these. I just wanted to show you real small milk glass. I wish I could have found the whole thing that this went to, but I kept it because it could be, you know, another foot or two away. And when I go back to scrape that area up and dig for bottles and stuff like that, I might find the rest of it. If not, I'll toss it. This was pretty cool. I was thinking about using it for my forks and stuff like that I find, the old ones, but it's so tall that it wouldn't show the heads of the fork. It's got enough holes in there. I think what I'm going to do is use it as a planter. I'll put it outside on my deck and put some flowers of some sort in there. So it'll be useful until the day it completely rots away. A fork, silver-plated fork. She's an older one, early 1900s. Found a marble. My marble collection's getting pretty big. This is kind of neat. This is a miner's light. This is what they would have used in the mines. I'll explain more about that on this bottle hunt when I'm finished with it. And that will come into play. And then I found, I thought I found a coin, but this is a Roosevelt Memorial Token. And it tells about Teddy Roosevelt and everything like that when he was president. 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Now, if I was prepared, and I didn't really think I was going to be digging any bottles, or, yeah, we've been on a lot of bottle trips, and they just didn't pan out. But this one's a good size, and I was surprised. I wasn't prepared. I didn't have my bag to carry stuff with me, and I didn't have proper shovel nor a bucket to sit on. My back was killing me. So all I did is 30 minutes, 45 minutes of digging. And this is what came out of it that was interesting. So hopefully, future to come, we'll have more bottle hunts, and God knows what you'll find there. The last bottle dump that we had that was huge like this one, we found numerous amount of toys, coins, cool bottles. Found a gun. It's endless what you can find at a bottle dump, especially one like this that's been untouched. Anyhow, if you like this video, I'll have one every week, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.